We know that as two guys talking about Jiu Jitsu every week, our opinions can start to sound a little familiar. So this week, we're switching it up and diving into one of the funnier, more talked about posts from Reddit over the past year. It's a thread simply titled, "What if you just hated everything?" It's an open invitation for people to drop their most controversial, unfiltered, and downright ridiculous BJJ takes. And let's just say the community did not hold back. From straight shit talking to a deep dive into belt systems, this one has it all. So let's get into it.
Awesome. This is episode 19 of the Black and Blue podcast. My name is Travis, the black belt. This is my blue belt, Emmett, the Canadian tree stump. And yeah, we're just going to jump into it. I'm going into it cold. I know nothing about it because usually I get a little forewarning, but yeah, we're just jumping into it because I think that's the way to go about it.
Yeah, I thought it would be more fun to just get your, you have more developed opinions on a lot of this stuff than I do. So I thought it'd be great to just
opinionated.
Definitely not smart.
I wouldn't say smart. No. Nobody. I don't think anybody accuses me of that.
No, but opinionated is probably right.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. So we'll start off with a couple easy ones here. So there was so much in this post, and we'll drop the link to the post.
Done. Yeah, we can do that. How many of them are about Moneyberg?
It's an older post, so none on that one. Yeah, it's an older post. So I wanted to actually start off by one which I'm pretty sure was Jared pretending to be a student talking about his own gym.
Okay.
Because he said, "I actually enjoy when the coach goes on a 10-minute political tangent while everyone is lined up at the end of the day and exhausted." So we'll just throw that one out there. But
I feel I'm pretty good about not saying any of that and keeping it to myself.
Yeah,
I have a lot of opinions.
Yeah,
and I will express it through stories on Instagram.
yeah.
But that's about it. Like I don't care who you voted for, or what your stance is. Just get better at jiu-jitsu and stop sucking.
And there's enough to talk about in class with regard to moves and how to do them and theory that you don't need to dive into that stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, then people will know you're a total psycho. So.
Totally. People are like, "Oh, that guy is an anarchist."
By the way, on Instagram, going off track right off the bat here.
We got
30 seconds. Yeah. What's the deal with the Raven?
Raven
on your shoulder?
Oh. So I got like I did like the take this photo and
right
AI
and whatever.
Canva has this AI tool, and I was like, make me into this, and I don't know where it came out of, but like because I have so many other things about like birds.
Yeah.
It must have just went,
"Oh, really?
This guy is a nerd. Let's put a bird on his shoulder." I was like, when it came out, because it was off of a fight photo.
Oh, okay.
That I had where I'm just standing there like that.
Yeah.
And then AI was like, "No, bird guy.
Bird nerd.
Put that Raven on there." I was like,
nice.
And I just saw, I was like, that's there forever.
And
and like that's my profile picture for like my author.
Oh, okay.
It's on everything now. I'm just like, I'm taking that. No, I love it.
Yeah, I dig it. Awesome. It's like a life goal of mine to befriend a Raven.
Dude, I seriously have so many little pet treats in my door of my truck.
Yeah.
And I just feed ravens and crows and magpies because they're part of the corvid family.
Yeah.
And I'm like, one day I'm gonna have like just a gang because they remember. They remember if you're a dick, and they can pass that on generationally.
I know.
It's insane how smart they are.
Like I feel like maybe we even talked about this on the podcast, but like
we're going to start a podcast on this episode is going to be about something completely else that we haven't talked about. Let's talk about ravens.
But like, so I always leave peanuts in the shell outside. Not always, but often I'll buy a bag and I'll leave them outside. And the magpies will bring me like weird little things like animal bones and stuff.
Yeah, they're trading.
Yeah,
man.
they're trading. Yeah.
They're so smart. I just want one to leave like something shiny in the back of my truck. I don't care what it is. It can just be a piece of junk metal. And I'd be like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Done. You know, I'd leave little pellets of food for him. Like whenever I see him around here, there was one and he sits there and he sits on the garbage cans across from the club door.
Yeah.
And he knows me for sure.
Yeah.
Because he'll just sit there and then I see him, then I'll throw a treat. And if I threw a treat, he'd fly away or it would fly away. I don't know if it's a boy or girl. I don't know how to tell. It's a raven though, because it has like the curved wings. But yeah, and now it kind of just waits.
Yeah.
And then I throw out 3 and then I make a little noise and then I drive off and it comes in, scoops them. So it's been waiting.
Nice.
Getting there.
There was this guy, I used to snowboard at Cypress Mountain in Vancouver, and there was this guy that they called Crazy Raven Man because he would come not even to ski and he would get on the lift and go up, and ravens would just flock to the chair that he was on and sit all on the chair, and he would just like hang out with them on the way up.
That's the coolest thing ever. That's a goal in life.
That's a goal, yeah. Totally.
I love like The Crow, so like
the Crow, the movie, yeah.
So and I watched that when I was like 5. Like I was like uber young, and I was
Good
like
parenting.
They're like, we're going to a Halloween party. What do you want to watch? So I was like, Jason, like Friday the 13th,
yeah,
and The Crow.
Oh man, that would I have a 5-year-old. That would traumatize him.
That's all I watched. I watched like Jason 1 through 5, and then The Crow, and I just sat there up all night as a like little kid. I was like 5. I don't know what I was. I don't think I cared. I thought some of it was funny. I think.
That checks out.
Yep.
Okay.
Psychopath.
So a serious one, and like not a funnier one, but kind of a serious one that was on that thread was your training partners are more important than your instructors.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They're the ones that make you get better. That's why whenever we say like, who's the most important person here? It's your training partner.
Yeah.
Right. Without them, you're doing weird yoga, making weird sounds in the living room. Without your training partner, you have nothing. And then I truly love to see like when like white belts, they find that partner to go through that grind to blue belt with.
Yeah.
Like Carter had Dan, you and Adam went through a lot of stuff, and like Jeff and Nino, and like you see that grind in there, and I love seeing that. And that's your training partner. That's not me.
Yeah,
that's training partners, and that's 2 people starting to understand it a little bit more.
Yeah,
100% agree with that.
I definitely owe like a huge portion of my blue belt to Adam, because he was just, and because he pushed you. Yeah, he pushed me.
He's like, let's get in.
Come on, 6 a.m. Let's go. Be like, okay, but yeah.
He's like, and I remember you guys saying one time that he wouldn't even text you that he was coming in. It was just like,
it's expected.
You knew that he was going to be in,
for sure.
So you didn't want to let him down.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And then it was like,
one day I did forget, and I was like, I just mixed up the days or whatever. And I was like, no, but that was what everyone makes mistakes. So even me,
not me,
even me, Travis.
Oh shit!
I know
the Emmett show is just going to plummet now.
I know. Okay, here's one I got to read out here, but here, let get your thoughts on this one.
This is going to take a while if he has to read it.
No, it won't be like slow and dramatic like the intro. I'll just rip through it. So jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu practitioners have a huge ego, and the whole culture revolves around it. Who taps who, the mat enforcer thing, the concept of humbling someone, considering some moves dirty, the discussion around belts being legit, the pecking order gyms have, looking down on hobbyists, old school, new school, sport, defense beef. It all boils down to ego one way or another, and I'm not against it at all, but don't act all holy. BJJ is a sport of egos, and that's okay. A lot of jiu-jitsu is built on Oh, so that's the second one. Sorry. There we go. Yeah.
That's the end.
That's the end. And that's okay. Yeah. Sport of egos.
I'd say that there's a crazy amount of ego in it, even though it's supposed to be like killing your ego. In some ways it does. In some ways it's humbling because sometimes you just get beat and you're just like, what is happening? And like, you just take that hit to your ego over and over and over.
Yeah.
But then you have like that pecking order, and then you have the mat enforcer. But we've talked about the mat enforcer before, and I refer to the mat enforcer like an enforcer in hockey, right? And they're the unsung hero of a team. Looking from the outside in, if you've never been a mat enforcer or you don't know what that role is, yeah, it can totally be ego. It can be this guy that's like, oh yeah, he thinks he's all big and tough.
Right.
Where he's the guy that keeps your culture and your students that are lower level or not as skilled or hobbyists.
Yeah.
He keeps them safe.
Right.
He's the guy that's like, maybe I don't like to do it.
Yeah.
But I can do it and I'm going to do it. Right. And a lot of mat enforcers are like that. Like, they're not, oh, do I get to smash a guy today? They're like,
Yeah.
no, sitting there and like,
yeah,
scheming off to the side, but they're sitting there and they're like, and if they get the nod, it's like, yeah, go ahead. And then they're like, okay, I got to go do my duty.
So yes, I was just going to say, so it's more duty than ego in that specific circumstance.
In that one. But then you get dudes that have just crazy huge ego online. Too.
Right.
Whether or not it's true, right? Like, you hear all the time about like Gary Tonin going in, and he kind of looks pretty like out there, like he's the best ever. And yeah. But you hear about him getting tapped over and over and over because he's just trying his own stuff. He's trying to get better at other portions of his game. And that's one of the best in the world.
Right.
Getting tapped out by like whites, blues, purples, browns, blacks, all that. But he's just working on his own thing. Doesn't give a shit if he gets tapped. Doesn't care about that kind of thing. So that's a little bit of a ego. There's ego killing, but it also gives you something.
Right.
And I think that's part of why there's a significant turnover of blue belts quitting, because they gain that ego of, wow, I got this confidence, I'm good.
And then they immediately plummet after that.
Well, maybe not plummet, but I think because they get like that ego of getting it, now they get a girlfriend, or now they have more confidence in life, or they get a boyfriend, or they have just more confidence.
Right.
And they have a little bit more ego because.
Oh, and then they're good to go.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Like that was the thing they needed to feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
Get a blue belt and they're done.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And like, you see it in some where you're like, oh, he had so much potential, but he started with like zero confidence, shy, not outgoing, not anything like that. And then he built himself up. And then he got to a point where he's like, you know what? Yeah, I am that guy.
Yeah.
And then
it is interesting.
Doesn't need jujitsu.
A separate thing that is not part of our thing here. I saw on Reddit today, looking through all these things. It was a guy posting, and I think it was on the MMA, one of the MMA threads there, or whatever. And he was like a quite a large guy, like quite out of shape. And he just was posting like a video of him hitting the bag with a teacher of some kind. And he was like, what do you guys think of my training? And like, it was interesting to see someone who like had clearly never thrown a punch before, like just kind of hitting the bag, like really, sort of weakly, but learning. Yeah. Right. And most of the people were like, yeah, good on you, dude. Good. Keep it up.
Reddit's actually pretty good for that when it's a guy trying to prove himself.
Trying to legitimately prove himself.
Yeah. Like, you see that quite often. I think that's the cool side of it. Like, Twitter and Instagram, you see a lot of like just people talking shit. Reddit seems to be a little bit better.
A little more supportive.
Yeah. And like, I love it. I always try to comment on those, even though I know nothing about the person.
Yeah.
But as long as they're not like, yeah, I could kick the shit out of you. And then you see it and they're like, look at this. And you're like, That's some Sistema bullshit. Like, what are you even doing? Go talk to Steven Seagal, because that ain't anything. Yeah. But if they're like, hey, how can I improve?
Yeah.
And you're like, and if you comment and they legitimately go, oh, I didn't see that. And you're like, cool.
Yeah.
You're actually trying to improve. You're not just looking for comments.
Yeah. And comments and compliments.
Yeah. And then, well, a lot of them, like there's one in this gym in the Okanagan, and it was like this striking gym, and they posted just some bullshit striking. You're like,
oh, really?
And they're like, look at this. And like, we're trained fighters. And it's like, oh, where do you fight? Oh, just in the gym. And it's like,
oh, yeah.
You're not, and like the paddler's like holding his pads out and flinching on everything. And you're just like, okay, this is, you're say, don't go, I'm a trained fighter and I'll kick your ass, I'm a badass. Say, hey, we're just starting out.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah, we're working towards getting better. And maybe we don't have that much skill, or maybe we have some skill in other areas, but we're working.
Yeah.
You'll get a lot more positive comments than you're an idiot.
And I think the thing, going back to your earlier point about that with the straight, like super beginner guy, is just noting that people start at different places. Like when I came in, I'd done like taekwondo and stuff like that.
You were the armbar king.
I was the armbar king of Vancouver. Yeah. But like I had some exposure, and like I'm a sports guy too, but like imagine being someone who like was never a sports person, had never trained, had never worked out, had never been in a fight. Yeah. It's like that's the learning curve becomes so much more aggressive, right? And and then so to your point about someone, they reach blue belt and they're like, hey, I kind of know how to handle myself now. That was a huge jump for me.
Yeah. And then you see that confidence kind of go out into other areas, and that a little bit of an ego go out into other areas of their lives.
Yeah.
And
that is okay.
Yeah. I'm cool with it. Like, hey,
yeah,
it is what it is. And like I don't know if it's like an actual proven thing, but I have like a idea in my head, like what you do and your personality and all this other stuff is shaped by like the 6 people that you talk to, the 6 people that are closest to you. Yeah, I know, right? But like you see it quite often when someone's moving up in their business, like when they've started as an apprentice and they get a little bit higher, then they become management.
Yeah.
Now they're hanging out with other management people rather than
their
core.
Yeah.
And like you see that in jiu-jitsu, you get a little bit of confidence, you get a new girlfriend, the girlfriend has a different, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever.
Yeah.
But you're hanging out with now another type of person, and now you've split it. Now it's like 3 and 3, right?
Right.
3 jiu-jitsu, 3 business.
Sure.
Right? Whatever it is. And then you can either lean one way or the other. You kind of split it, but you see the time split. Mm-hmm. You see some people just outright quit because of it, which is fine. Like, you don't have to be here. It's a hobby. It's a sport.
Yeah.
Doing it. As a coach, it's sad to see that happen, but you can see it from miles away. But yeah, I think I don't even know what we start on. The ego thing.
The ego thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's definitely ego in it.
And you know what that Reddit user called out a lot too was just sort of like, I think it's more about like getting caught up in the nonsense of like old school's better than this, new school's better. Like, I think there is a lot of nonsense, and that people who, like, let's say you're a real old school guy or a real new school guy, and you get attached to that like identity of it, and you're like, this is way better. And it's like, just do the sport and forget about like the attachment to ego or whatever. Yeah. Then you won't have that issue. So
do what jiu-jitsu's good at, and steal what works from everyone.
Yeah.
And just get rid of the bullshit.
Yeah.
That's my way of doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Oh, does it work over there? Let's try and apply it over here.
Yeah.
It works.
Okay, I got a good one here. Get your take on this one. A lot of jiu-jitsu is built on a fragile series of handshakes and mutual agreements. Recently, I've been finding that a lot of trainees lack the ability to impose their game on others. The just stand up meme is real and it works. Against upper belts, I find I can simply stand up out of their passes, and on the flip side, MMA guys give me issues by threatening to stand up at all times.
I feel like that's a one stripe white belt.
Talking shit.
Yeah. Not understanding like the full game of it. Yeah, it is a game. But we're playing jiu-jitsu against jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
As opposed to jiu-jitsu versus karate or something like that, where it's
Right.
like already been kind of proven. But yeah, MMA will punish you standing up. It'll punish you laying down. That's why it's MMA. It's mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
It's not just jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is a part of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And what about that just stand up thing?
You know what? There's legitimacy to it. I actually heard Drew Weatherhead talking on the Forever White Belt podcast.
Yeah.
And he was talking about like, yeah, I always just thought like if I was on the bottom side mount.
He talked about that when he was here.
Oh, I don't listen to him directly. When he's here, I'm just like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but he's like, you know what? You don't have to just sweep them. That's not the only option. You can frame, post out,
Right.
and
Start
stand
again.
up.
Yeah.
You can totally do that.
Totally.
Why not? And if that's your forte, do it. Don't just be like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna try this like dead end approach of sweeping someone
Yeah.
over and over and over.
Totally.
Just frame,
Yeah.
post, stand up, move on. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of wrestle ups because I've been finding like because I've been training for my MMA fight, it's like let's not stay there. I'm sure that I can triangle most people or leg lock most people in that kind of scene, but they can punch me.
Yeah.
So let's not do that and let's wrestle up, get them, and then hopefully end up on top.
Yeah.
That's what my goal is. I want to end up on top and just like Donkey Kong them. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like I think that's my best shot.
So there's some legitimacy to the just stand up thing in the sense
Derek
that, like,
Lewis does it all the time.
yeah, that's
MMA.
Yeah, totally.
And he literally just goes, I'm done. And he stands up because he posts off the guy, or he frames off the guy, posts off the ground.
Totally.
Up.
He's out. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, so some legitimacy to what that guy's saying.
Other than the other like white belt bullshitty stuff that he said.
Right.
It sounds like some Taekwondo guy coming over to jiu-jitsu and being like, I know this.
Yeah. Okay, here's one. This guy says, oh man, I have one. Overhaul the belt system. I kind of like what he says next here, which is make purple belt the actual black belt rank. Brown and black become second and third degree. And yes, for those who noticed, we're fixing the silly mistake where BJJ technically has a 0 degree and 11 total black belt ranks. Why? Because once you're purple, you're now ready to play with the big boys. You're a junior black belt. If you have a good day and the black belt has a bad day, you might be able to tap him. So let's acknowledge that. Purple is senior enough that it's godlike compared to new people walking in the door. Black belts wouldn't need to have weird ego issues when they get caught by a purple belt or brown belt once in a blue moon. The fact that competition purple belts beat black belts would stop being weird, and it shouldn't be.
Well, originally there's only 2 belts.
Oh, really?
There's white and blue, and it was like a baby blue almost.
Oh, really?
That was like the original system. White, you're a student. Blue, you're the instructor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And that's why like Helio in his later days just got rid of like the honorific shit that he was just giving, and he just wore his old blue belt.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just like, no, you know what? There's too much bullshit in that system right now, and what means what? Who knows?
Yeah. Especially because it's personal too, right? It's like what a black belt to me or a blue belt to me is totally different from like a 24-year-old comp blue belt.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah. And yeah, there's some legitimacy to it, but also now he's talking about so he kind of goes a weird way with it because he's like, we should just get rid of like 2 belts kind of thing and make purple belt to black belt. But then the degrees mean something.
Right.
Do they? Like if I get my first degree and second degree on my black belt.
I think he's saying let's get rid of the degrees. Isn't that what he's saying?
I don't know. It sounds like
because he's saying
a 0 degree and then a first degree and then
he's saying we're fixing the silly mistake where BJJ technically has a 0 degree and 11 total black belt ranks. So I think he's saying what you're saying, which is let's just have 3 belts and then you're done.
And I mean, yeah, I would say that's okay. But also, I think that there's a point to have a purple belt because what about competition, right? White belts against white belts, blue belts against blue belts, purple belts against purple belts, and
right?
Up like that, right? And yeah, comp level blue belt beats hobbyist black belt.
Oh, really?
Well, you can.
Yeah,
you can. You never know. But that being said, hobbyist black belt might have more knowledge and can pass it on to students.
Right.
And do all that. And maybe they're got broken ass knees.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. There's different aspects that he's not thinking about. Basically.
Yeah. There's more to it. And I think in terms of competition, that should be separated. Like even black belt.
Yeah.
Once you get your black belt, you can be however young. I don't know the specifics, like 24 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're against every black belt ever. Right. You're not against other 24-year-old black belts. You're against whoever signed up in that tournament. They can be like the highest level black belt. They can be obvious. And so having like that transition from white to blue to purple to brown to black gives you some like ability to not just face the hardest, the hardest fucking possible.
That's a really good point. Yeah. So that's like getting to purple. Like all of a sudden, like let's say I get my purple belt really soon, like in a couple weeks or whatever. Yeah. Right.
Now you're fighting me.
Now I'm fighting you.
Yeah.
That would be horrible.
And I'm not even a good black belt.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay.
Right.
In Alberta.
I think you don't give yourself enough credit, but yeah.
But like there's levels to this.
Yeah.
Right.
Agreed. Yeah.
And you put any purple belt in, they're gonna have a hard day.
It's interesting. He's almost like he's thinking about it, or he or she is thinking about it from the perspective only of inside the club, maybe. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah.
Which, I mean, it could make sense, but then you have to think about it beyond those borders.
Yeah. Personally, I like the structure. I think it gives you sort of like things to aim for as you go along. But okay. Next up, we have sport jiu-jitsu guys. Even the sportiest of the sport guys like Mikey and Keenan are 10 times more capable of defending themselves in a street fight than self-defense jiu-jitsu guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like comp level sport
sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have rolled with self-defense jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, and I think we've talked about this, probably not on the podcast, but the one guy, he was like a brown belt or something, and I was like blue or purple at the time. He's like, well, if I was able to do this.
Oh yeah, the guy who just walked in the studio, or walked in the gym.
I was like, well, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Like, and all he did was like take fingers and stab me in the armpit when I was in like a head arm choke.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
And I was like, dude, that just irritates me, and I'm just gonna choke you harder.
Is that like, self-defense jiu-jitsu? Like,
yeah, it was.
I thought is Gracie jiu-jitsu kind of self-defense jiu-jitsu now?
So Gracie Baja, some of their strands, there's some McDojo ones, but there's also some that like kind of have a little bit more self-defense, but they're still more sporty.
Right.
Then there's like, I mean, I know the guys, so I'm not gonna.
That's okay.
Out, but like, there's ones that are like whatever the name is. They can be like Japanese name jiu-jitsu, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't even know, but yeah, it's like some bullshit name, jiu-jitsu, and you're like, oh, and that's where I first started.
Right.
I first started in like that. Not first. I moved over to that, and then I was like, ugh. this feels like McDojo-y kind of thing.
Yeah.
And now looking back, I'm like, oof, I think like even like a comp blue belt would take out like the honorific dude that's overweight.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So strictly like self-defense jiu-jitsu, those guys get wrecked in comp because a comp sporty jiu-jitsu.
But he's talking about street.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah. But that's just so we're staying on topic.
He's gonna a sport jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah.
I know that everyone's like, oh, you guys just like, but no, they would if it was like, oh, it's life or death. I'm taking you down.
Oh yeah, totally.
100%. Yeah, sport jiu-jitsu guy, especially like he's talking about the highest level, like Mikey. Like, yeah, those guys are gonna wreck you.
Oh yeah,
wreck the self-defense guys on the street.
Yeah,
and no. Like 0%.
I guess there's something to be said for like, have you trained, someone trying to punch you or headbutt you or, like,
yeah, but
you're still so good at jujitsu by that point.
Yeah.
That none of that shit's going to really matter. Right.
Well, if you think of it, like a punch versus someone reaching for your lapel.
Right.
You're like in higher level comps, they're not just like gradually reaching.
Right.
They're almost like straight jabbing to get that lapel.
Yeah.
So they understand distance and distance management.
Right.
And close that distance and choke their ass out.
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
Okay. So correct on that one. That person was correct.
I would say so.
Okay.
As a professional black belt.
Okay, here's one. Here's one that brings in some spicy language. Not swear words, but so he says high level no gi guys who compete in color belt IBJJF divisions are cowards. And then he says Michael Pixley competing in a purple belt division is shameful. Just the most recent example, but there are more. So.
That's not on Michael Pixley. That's on IBJJF.
Right.
I bet that he would love to compete at the black belt no gi. He's not allowed to because of the IBJJF rules. And that sucks. Look at Helena Carver.
Right.
She had to compete at that belt level because IBJJF doesn't allow her to compete up. She was competing at blue belt, just 2 or 3 years ago.
God, yeah.
And she is she's still wrecking everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not on the person, that's on the organization. And I guarantee you the person would want to compete against it.
Yeah,
and then the honorific black belt would be like, I'm not fighting this purple belt and taking a shame.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
It's I fight everyone. I don't give a shit. But yeah, IBJJF doesn't allow that, so they suck. Man, I'm gonna have a little black flag on my
totally.
comp, and every IBJJF comp is gonna be like, don't allow this guy.
Okay, next one is if you train full time, you're an asshole for posting your gold medal podium pics next to 2 accountants. I mean, I would say that's another case of that's the competition's fault. I entered, I'm stoked to win. It's not my fault.
Yeah, it is what it is. Maybe they wanted to go up a level, but they don't allow it.
Yeah.
And that was when I was coming up through the ranks, that's why I absolutely love Submission Ace and Drew Weatherhead. Because each and every time, I wanted to go up a belt, he'd be like, yep. He'd let me
go for it.
Yeah, he's like, dude, your funeral.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, you can try. And I always go. I always try and
good for you.
Go up a belt level. And there's one time when I was a purple belt, and then a black belt didn't have any matches, and he came down.
Yeah.
He wrecked me. I felt like I was doing okay. And then one little mistake, and I was armbar tapping. I was like, oh, well, that's but I was like, oh, I think I did okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's the levels thing.
Yeah.
But I think that's just organization again. And honestly, if you signed up, that's what you wanted to do.
Totally. Yeah.
Maybe there's some accountants out there that are probably absolute monsters.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Even if you're training full time, if you're like studying,
Yeah.
guarantee it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Lachlan Giles is like a professor or something like that.
Is he?
Yeah, he does.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Degree in something.
That's probably why I don't understand his instructionals. Takedowns should, yeah. Let's put blame where it goes, right? Yeah. Takedowns should be a mandatory part of all matches, and if you sit down or pull guard, your opponent should get takedown points.
I mean, ADCC in the second half, that's what happened. Well, you get penalty points for pulling guard.
Right.
But
we were talking about that the other day.
Yeah. But I don't think I think that strategies. Again, we've evolved this sport to be jiu-jitsu versus jiu-jitsu. It's not jiu-jitsu versus
whatever
insert martial art here.
Yeah.
And there's strategies to it. I think takedowns everyone should know one or like be competent in takedowns, mainly because of the self-defense aspect that we should be teaching a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, in comp, it's strategy.
Yeah.
You see people that have like crazy takedowns, get a takedown, and then sit and stall on those 2 points because they don't have anything else beyond that, and the person on bottom can't get out. That's a game plan.
And you were talking about the Gordon Ryan thing where it's like taking the leg out, putting it back in, taking the leg out, putting it back in,
and getting it's 4 points, 4 points, 4 points.
It's a totally different thing than like a UFC, which is like win or lose.
Yeah. And like I've played the game because I was competing against a friend of mine, and I had back mount and I put a hook in. Yeah. Got my points, took my hook out. I laughed, he laughed, and then I put it back in, and then I got more points. And then on the third one, he's like, "You're an asshole." I was like, "Yeah, I am." And then I did again.
Yeah. That's funny.
But it didn't go to points. I ended up rear naked choking him. And I was like, and like, we knew that we were at different levels at the time. So it was just playing around. But I just wanted to see if I could get the points and mess around with the IBJJF rules.
I do think that, like, from what I've seen, not here necessarily, but like in sport, jujitsu and jujitsu in general, like takedowns get ignored.
They do in certain organizations, but then you see like ADCC and you see people running it. You see CJI and they're going after it. And then like the UFC, whatever, BJJ, they went hard the last one. Like the Tackett brothers, oh my goodness, what a great, those last like 4 or 5 matches.
I haven't watched those. I want to watch them though.
Those are the ones to watch. Like, oh my goodness, they were so good.
Oh wow.
And then like everything about it, like I don't know if I fully support them like full on stealing CJI's entire kind of thing, but I mean, that's kind of how it is. CJI stole the pit from combat karate,
right.
So everyone, it's jiu-jitsu is just a sport of stealing the cool shit. But
I think CJI is still gonna keep doing its thing too. Like,
oh yeah, their next event is this month actually.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, and it's shaping up to be pretty cool, and it's got a different format this year. It's like teams now. But yeah, I think I don't even know what the original point was, but
we were talking about takedowns.
Yeah, you're starting to see them like come back.
Okay.
In certain organizations. Then you see like IBJJF and they're like double guard pull. You're like, weak.
Yeah. Okay, so here's where it gets personal.
Oof.
And good thing you mentioned CJI here. This guy says Craig Jones is fucking cringe, and so is the way this sub hangs on his every word. Hanging out with Alex Jones is lame as shit. So is putting out an instructional called False Reap Accusations. And so is being a grown man who thinks LOL gay is the height of humor. And don't even get me started on the way he constantly teases dropping proof of someone else being harmed. I don't get that last part.
That's the Nicky Ryan, Gordon Ryan kind of thing. Like that he has evidence that Nikki Ryan was like assaulted by Gordon Ryan's girlfriend or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd never even heard about that.
Yeah. That's a circulating rumor, anyways.
Assaulted, like she punched him or something?
Nope, sexually. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And like what? And that's like the whole cuck thing. Why Gordon Ryan watched it or something. Like that's a rumor. I don't know.
Oh man,
it's all alleged.
We're diving into some weird shit.
Yeah.
That's,
Right.
Okay, that's above my pay grade. I don't know anything about that.
I like Craig. He's entertaining. He's really good at jiu-jitsu. Like,
yeah, he's really good at jiu-jitsu.
He's one of the top.
Yeah.
Whether or not he is anymore, who knows, but he was. And entertainment is the end of the game, like the name of the game.
Yeah,
Get it out there. Without entertaining guys, we remain stifled. Nobody's getting paid then. Like he's helped people get paid with CJI and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'd say if I could hang out with Alex Jones, I'd be down for that. He seems like a crazy dude.
I wouldn't spend 2 seconds with that guy.
No,
man.
I think it'd be entertaining. But I'm also not the guy to be like, well, I refute what you're saying. I'd be like, give me all the stuff. Whether or not it's real.
Yeah.
I just like to listen to crazy people.
I think that guy.
He kind of called 9/11 before it happened.
I think he probably has had a number of like decent points, but he's also been a complete piece of shit in a lot of ways.
Totally.
And I just like, I think, but yeah, I do think there's probably a few things that he's like has a point about, but I think he's also been a deliberate like money grubbing dickhead who like throws people under the bus, like, anyways, with regard to Craig Jones, I think of him as kind of like that Loki character, and I don't mean like necessarily the Marvel one, but like the real one where he's just an agent of mischief, and like who gives a shit? Like I think it's lamer to hate on him than it is to just be like, no, that guy's funny, cool.
If there's a great I guess character, like Loki's a good one, but Dionysus, right? Like he's like that. He's the Loki. He's the mischief god.
Okay,
right? And he's like, yeah, let's poke this and
let's see what happens.
And keeps on doing all this stuff. And like, I think it's great to have.
Yeah.
Like you have that's the duality, right? You have Dionysus and Apollo. Apollo's like strict rules, all this other stuff.
Right.
Dionysus is like, let's get drunk and see what happens.
Okay.
Right. And then, so you have two different areas of it, and he forms that one side of it. I think it's great.
Yeah. And like the fact that he has the game to back it up means a lot.
Yeah. I relate to it a little bit because I do goofy shit on Instagram.
Sure.
Like I say it but when I say it, I'm like, I will step on the mats with anyone, anytime.
Yeah.
Whether or not I get wrecked, I'm still going to stand there. And I'm going to.
Sure. Totally.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah. And I think there's something too about one thing that I do like about Craig Jones is kind of like the tearing down of idols, where it's like, okay, so this guy invented jiu-jitsu, or this guy's Dana White or whatever. Like, who cares? I'm Craig Jones. Like, there's this quote by he's like a comedian, philosopher, Robert Anton Wilson. He says, I define the power elite as me and my friends. Because the minute you define it as someone else, you're giving that power away. And he's like, I'm the best guy at jiu-jitsu. Why should I bow down to Helio Gracie or Dana White or anyone else? Like, I'm making my own reality here. So I dig that about that guy.
All the main characters in our own stories.
Yeah.
Right. Everyone else is an NPC.
Yeah. Yeah. But he's shaping his own reality too, really, like, and successfully. So, I don't know.
I think he's great for the sport.
I think there's a little bit of haterism in there.
Totally. And I think that, that dude needs to go back to his Gracie Baja gym.
Okay, here's one. Want to get your take on. At my gym, nobody ever coaches people when they roll, and I think that is detrimental to development.
It can be. I mean, have they asked?
I don't know.
I think that would be a great point. If someone asks,
Yeah.
I'm down for helping them out or
Yeah.
talking them through it, especially if they're coming up to a competition,
Yeah.
just so they can hear my voice and get used to it.
Yeah.
If they've asked and the instructors went, no, we don't do that.
That's a whole other.
That seems like a red flag right there.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, well, then what are we doing?
Yeah.
But
like if I was like, hey, any notes? And you're like, we teach in class, not while we roll. I'd be like, dude, what?
yeah. Right. And then it,
like what?
putting in the onus on an instructor, especially if it's like a pretty busy school or if they're always like, and if they're a rolling instructor that goes out and actually rolls during class or during like open mats kind of thing, I think the onus like doesn't necessarily fall on the instructor to like be like, okay, oh, well, I should coach now. Be like, hey, do you mind coaching me during this role? Like, I just want to like see what I'm doing or get your opinion. And I think that's where it has to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rather than being like, nobody coaches. Did you ask?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Totally. Good point. And that's probably another newish white belt, comment, unless it's a shitty school and the guy's been there forever and he asks and they don't.
Yeah. If he asks and they don't, that's, I would say, hey, you should probably like go to another school.
I'll give you this one. This is a like a, what do you call it? Like it's a gimme for you. Okay. Leg locks and other dark arts should get taught at the white belt level. Maybe not in someone's first class, but they should have exposure to it.
100%. 100%.
I feel like you wrote that.
Click the like button. No, I haven't been on Reddit for a long time. I've been building the YouTube. But yeah, I teach my teenagers. Like I start them at like 12 years old, teaching them leg locks. Some of our students, their very first class was like heel hooks. And like they remember that as the like when we first came in, it was heel hooks. Because I don't go, oh, you're brand new. You go over there with like the rest of like the little kids and do your own thing. I go, it's all levels. Everyone's going to be here and we're going to teach it. And it's going to demystify this bullshit that's around leg locks.
Right. Totally. Because it's almost like it's scary. You're like,
we've had brown belts roll through and black belts roll through here that are like, oh, I don't know anything about it. I'm like, you're like a fourth stripe brown, aren't you? And he's like, yeah, we just don't teach them or learn them. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, you need to get on that. And I tell everyone, and I'll show anyone anything, like any leg lock.
Yeah.
Get on it now. That way, even if you're not allowed to use it in a competition right now, guess what? When you are allowed, you're not going to be scared of what's coming at you.
Yeah.
And you're probably going to have a way higher level than the other guy. So get on it now. I don't care if you're what level you are. Get on leg locks if you're not allowed. And if you're not allowed to do them at your club, get a little garage fight club going on with a couple other people around your level.
Yeah.
And you know what you could do? You could watch my free instructional.
There you go.
It's the blue belt. What is it? No, it's the blueprint for leg locks.
Yeah.
It's free. It's an hour and a half on YouTube.
Nice.
And yeah, I've gotten quite a few good comments on it. They love it. And if you want more, go watch that one. So I get hours. And then
I should watch it.
You like that little plug there? That just came out of nowhere.
That's awesome. We're the pros, man.
Speaking of plugs, should we do this one?
Sure.
Because I did such a good time or such a good promo.
Yeah.
Toronto sucks. Oh, this beer's from Toronto? Oh, no. Where's this one from?
I don't know.
All right, we don't know. This is One for the Road Brewing Co. It is Proceed with Caution Amber. It's one of those non-alcoholic ones again. You know what? I'm a fan. I would drink this.
I would
be
drink that.
This would be like a good summer beer. Like you just go
Yeah.
and sit like somewhere and drink it, or on a hike. I think that'd be beautiful.
The non-alcoholic ones are so hit and miss that like when you get a good one, like that one was legitimately good. My wife brought it home for me. It was like a hot day. I'm like, yeah, this is a good summer beer, man.
Well, so far you're 2 for 2, Emmett, and
2 for 2.
that's gonna be the best compliment you'll ever get from me.
Yeah.
You bring in a shitty one, man. That's gonna suck for you.
So yeah, they are called One for the Road Brewing Co.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said that. Yeah. Oh, Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
There you go.
Okay, I like Calgary.
And the guy who owns it has a magnificent beard. So his name's Graham, apparently, on the website.
Better than mine?
Yeah, it's better. Yeah.
See? Okay, Graham, you got a way better beard than me. God damn it.
He looks nicer than you, to be honest.
I mean, that's not hard. I kind of walk around with like a resting asshole face.
It's true. Yeah. Maybe that's because
yeah.
it gets punched all the time.
Dude, I'm so tired.
I know, man.
But yeah, and it's Calgary. You actually pronounce it
Calgary.
Yeah, not Calgary.
Calgary. But yeah, stoked on that. It was a good beer.
One for the road. Hit him up.
Yeah. So, okay, here's one for you. Technique is overrated. The dirty secret black belts don't want you to know that they want you to keep paying gym dues or buy our instructionals. We want you to think our special techniques will be the magic bullet that solve all your problems. The reality is that usually the guy with the faster reflexes and better conditioning wins, which means you don't have to spend more time on the mat training and take accountability for your own training.
Sounds like Derek Moneyberg wrote that shit.
Totally. That's insane. I think that's an insane comment.
Yeah, that's dumb. Technique, when you get it and you understand how to remain calm through anything like that,
right?
You're ahead of the game, way higher than some reflex guy. Reflexes work and they're attribute, but saying technique is garbage, no. And saying that being said, there's some people that are making a shitload of money off of things that everybody knows, and they put on YouTube for free. This guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, it says, I guess, make money while you can make it. If someone's gonna buy it, they're gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Have a name. But realistically, I think 99% of all jiu-jitsu stuff is free on YouTube, so you don't have to actually buy it. And the people say that there's secrets.
Right.
There's not.
Yeah, there's no secrets anymore. Yeah.
You can find it anywhere. Instagram, sure, Twitter. I don't know Twitter very well, but I'm sure Twitter has shit like that. TikTok.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
It's also kind of like, I mean, we've talked about this ad nauseum on the podcast, but I think a thing that makes it infinitely less true what that guy's saying is the more you refine your techniques, the better you get. Like we've talked again, like ad nauseum about Hodger Gracie, where it's like he's not winning with some weird spinny bullshit
or reflexes.
He's winning with spectacularly refined techniques.
Yeah. And
so
at the highest level.
Game.
Yeah. Same with like Gordon Ryan.
Yeah.
It's not reflexes.
Right.
He knows what's happening. Why does he know what's happening? Because he does the technique hundreds of thousands of times, I'm sure. Right. Yeah. And he does it now doing it with resistance at different levels it's another way to train it.
Yeah.
But you're still refining technique.
Yeah.
That's garbage.
Garbage.
He's an idiot.
Garbage. You suck.
What is it? Downvote?
Get off Reddit. Okay.
We should be doing this actively. Downvote.
Okay. So I think this guy has a couple here, but I'll read through it because he says I have several. So we'll
let's go one by one.
Yeah, there's kind of really two here.
Okay.
The first one is very few black belts have the tool set to take on an elite wrestling heavyweight in a grappling match. And I've seen people fitting this description run through entire gyms of hobbyists of all belt levels. Of course, at the ADCC level, you have BJJ players who can dominate them, but your average instructor would get held down.
By an elite wrestler?
He's talking about Olympian national team wrestler.
Yeah. That's the dumbest thing. Of course.
Right.
The best in the world at
Like,
what they do.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing. I would say almost every jiu-jitsu guy would get held down by...
Right. That's like saying, most swimming instructors at the local pool are going to get beat by Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
They're like, no shit, asshole.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's this idiot's next point. Size is an incredible weapon past about 6 months when people stop making brain dead mistakes, like literally handing out submissions. When you hit 60 to 100 pound size differentials between fit people, it gets tough really quickly. I've seen 260 pound blue belts stall out 170 pound black belts from submitting them through size and strength alone. I'm going to say Captain Obvious on that one too, right? Like,
Yeah,
no
like,
shit. Like,
congrats, buddy. That's not what the Reddit thing is about.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that being said, there's like, you look at like Lachlan Giles. He ran through the heavy, like the absolute division.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just had a great game plan. But yeah, like size does matter. It's an attribute.
I'm mostly laughing about the next one, which I think will be our last, because you had a big day today. You've had a few big days. We've been kind of putting off this episode for a little bit because we're both just like,
I am training like every single day, multiple times a day for my fight. I'm gonna promote that right now. Rumble in the Cage, October 4th. Come down to Lethbridge, cheer me on. Boo me. I don't like, I talk a lot of shit about Gracie Baja, so make sure that you get your entire Gracie Baja gym down and boo me. And then anyone that loves the IBJJF, make sure that you get them down to boo me as well. And then anyone that likes like real jiu-jitsu, sub only.
And that guy who made those comments, come on down.
Yeah,
too.
that dude too. You can boo me.
If you're bigger than someone, you can beat them up.
An Olympic level wrestler is really good.
Thanks, idiot.
But yeah, October 4th, Rumble in the Cage, or you can watch it online. Boom.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so here's the last one of the day, Trav. And I think it's gonna be hard to disagree with, especially around here. This guy says, he says 80% of people in every BJJ class are absolute fucking weirdos.
100%.
Totally.
We are all a bunch of weirdo nerds.
Yeah.
And then you get like the random dude that's somehow cool, and you're like, how did you get here?
That's me.
That's Emmett. If you're just listening, I just winked.
Because it's not. But yeah, you see some fucking weirdos come through.
God, really, like, you get the coolest weirdos.
Absolutely.
Like, we're gonna mention Avon. She has like this crazy like Minecraft world that she was like showing me some of the castles that she made. Like, I'm
nice.
like, damn,
that's awesome.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, I've tried, but Minecraft's hard. Like, trying to make something look really cool with just blocks. And then like, well, for me, partially colorblind, I'm like looking, I'm like, is this one different? And then my wife's like, yeah, that one's a different color.
Okay.
I'm like, okay. And then I put it in, she's like, yeah, but it doesn't go with that. I'm like, oh.
Maybe one of Jonah's punches will knock your eyesight.
Dude, how cool would it be if like you got that idiot savant kind of thing? What is it? Obstacle savant or whatever, where you get hit with something and then you're like, I know math.
Yeah, totally.
That'd be awesome. I can see color.
I'd be like, hit me again, Jonah. Maybe I'll be good at jiu-jitsu.
He hits me with one. I'm like, I can see color. He hits me with another. I'm like, oh,
it's gone. Yeah. That was in a movie from the 80s. I forget which one it was. The guy's like, I can see. And then he gets hit again and he's like, I'm blind. Yeah. But yeah, good weirdos. There's a lot of awesome weirdos in jiu-jitsu.
So. Honestly, there's some gyms that like want the athletes. I want the weirdos.
Totally.
I want the outcasts. I want the dark horses. I want the people that don't fit in other areas because they're like, I like chess. I like reading. I like Lego. And I'm like, damn, I like all those.
Yeah.
But I want those people because those are the most interesting people, I feel.
Totally.
They're the coolest people to talk to. They're the only ones that I'll be like put time. I'm like, oh yeah, let's do a podcast with the like number one weirdo. You.
That's me. But yeah, so let us know in the comments like what you think of this format, because you know, one thing we've done almost 20. Maybe we should have like a cake or something next time.
Yeah, we'll have. Dude, we've done cakes in jiu-jitsu before. Nobody eats them, and I'm.
Well, we'll get a couple slices of pizza or something.
Done.
But let us know what you think of this format, because I mean, we want to keep things fresh, and like I said in the intro, you know, we tend to kind of weave back into familiar territory a lot. So I think bringing in, you know, some outside opinions, no matter how dumb they are in some cases.
That idiot. Wrestlers are good.
Olympic wrestlers can beat people up. But let us know what you think of the format. And
can you imagine if that guy listens to this?
He's like, I am coming down there tomorrow. Yeah.
He's like a legit guy. I'm like, oh.
It was Emmett.
Yeah.
Emmett said that stuff.
Emmett. He just did a voice AI thing and put it under mine.
But yeah, we're going to keep trying to keep things fresh. We have some ideas for some guests coming up and stuff like that. And thanks for tuning in. And anything to close us out, Trav?
No, I think that this is a great one. Catch us next time. Might be 1 week because we're pretty busy next week.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back. And then
for episode 20.
Episode 20.
Yeah.
We're almost catching up to like Star Wars.
Yeah.
How many are they at now?
Well, actually.
Yeah. No, you know Star Trek. I know you, nerd.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a cool weirdo.
Yeah. The most weirdo. But yeah, other than that, we don't catch you next time. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Thanks, guys.
I like how you almost went the entire time without hitting that thing.
And then boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
At the last second.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
Everyone makes mistakes.
See you guys.